Yo, what it is, man? It's your boy Yurdy G.
Icon Nation, what it is, it's Nick White.
What up, Icon Nation? It's your boy Jalen Talley.
And it's your girl Darnice Pashon.
And tonight we have a very special episode for you all. We will be talking about the 1988 sci-fi horror comedy thriller, whatever you want to call it, Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
It is a Martin Scorsese classic.
Definite classic. I don't know about you guys. I'm pretty sure all of us have watched it recently. I just finished it last night.
I just watched it last night for the first time.
I thought it was great.
I rewatched it last night.
I rewatched it today.
9 out of 10.
So we'll go around with scores. You say 9 out of 10.
Yes.
You said 8 out of 10 the last time.
I said 9 out of 10.
Oh, okay. No, I would say 7. 7 out of 10, man.
I'm going 7.
7 out of 10.
So 7's across the board and a 9. The debate starts right now. Why is this a 9?
The score.
That's really
the simplicity also.
Very simple.
The simplicity. Think about it. No plot. Clowns came down. They want to put us all in cotton candy. They want to take over the world. That's literally it.
I think they were hibernating, so they was just rounding us up.
I actually kind of like that.
I feel like the directors nuts, collectively came up with a really cool idea to basically just go all in on killer clowns. Nobody had done anything like that before. So what is a killer clown? How do they kill people? Before this movie, you got to think about it. The only like real horror slasher type movies we had, Halloween was popping at that time.
Friday
Halloween. Was Friday the 13th out? Okay, so Friday the 13th was out, and things like the Trilogy of Terror, Poltergeist, like all those kind of
movies. Oh my God, bro! Ooh, that little bitty doll thing,
man.
Hey, man, that thing messed me up when I was a kid.
It definitely messed me up watching it too. But I feel like, yeah, no doubt, and I feel like because of those movies, I kind of feel like that's what kind of opened the door for them to do a movie like this. Happened at the right time.
I guess they were like, you know what? What's the most ridiculous thing that's believable?
Killer clowns.
That was believable?
Because think about it. Because, circuses was big in the 80s.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And, think about it. Like, there really could be killer clowns because they're just people with paint on the face.
Not in this movie.
No, in the movie, aliens, they're like, okay, so look. Do y'all even know what race they were? Like, outside of the fact that they're aliens. Like,
man,
do y'all know the actual race?
I don't care what nobody say. Shorty was black.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm just going to go with that.
The only thing we're going with is Shorty was black.
Shorty was black. The rest of them, I don't know.
Think about it. Think about the way they talked.
So that means there's a race determined by that?
They're an alien race.
Because in the movie, they did harbor on the fact that these were aliens and they look like clowns. Yeah. They never really alluded to the fact that these are clowns. These are straight up clowns. It was, they're aliens that look like clowns.
Right. So, like, to go a little bit deeper into it for conversation's sake, now, is that their true form?
I mean, they never called them aliens either. They always called them clowns. So.
True. But look, that's why I said, like, is this their true form? Like, okay, like, do they secretly look like, some little monster with, like, 50 arms or something?
You thinking deep. I don't know.
It adds layers to the lore.
It does. What do you think?
I think, remember Independence Day?
Yeah.
When they come out the little exoskeleton suit and it's a little bitty big-headed Martian in her that's probably 2 foot tall, maybe they look like that and the clown is literally a suit.
Dang, but what would make them think of clowns, though?
Because they probably, think about it, okay.
Are you talking about the production team?
No,
the whole...
The alien itself, if that's not them, what would make them think clowns?
Look at it like this. Okay. Aliens I'm pretty sure they're real. Aliens always been advanced in technology,
That's
right?
not the topic.
But, push on. But if they're advanced in technology, they probably like studied us like, okay, how can we blend in here? Circus clowns. Just the way of looking at it.
That's blending in?
It's blending in to a certain extent.
It's blending in to the degree of
like if
we can make people drop their insecurities when they come across us.
Like if we put all of ourselves in the movie of Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
At that time period, too.
At that time period. We live in this town. No big deal, right? You got this ice cream truck that's going around with, not to mention a creepy clown head on the top of it.
Yes.
These clowns start coming out of nowhere.
You see a circus tent. Like, people won't even think twice about it.
Who?
The people in the town, they gonna like, oh, look, it's a circus here, y'all.
Us.
But, okay, think about a few years ago when we had all the scary clown sightings all over the place.
Oh, man.
That really didn't, personally to me, that didn't feel abnormal. That felt like, dang, you gotta be careful when you go out right now because you don't know where they're gonna be at, right? Mm-hmm. And you know this is a person wearing a costume, but when you're going down that dark road in the middle of the night and you see that clown standing right there, your mind is not tripping off who's in the costume. You just got to get away. Mm-hmm. So personally, I feel like if that was the context that they were going for, it worked. I
mean, I probably went too deep, but I'm just thinking like
how
a movie producer would think, and also, like I said, to add more lore to it, or to add to the actual lore. I'm sorry,
because you gotta sell it in some sort of way. And I mean, I think the only thing that, well, I won't say that. I mean, I kind of felt like the Comet-esque look of the tent coming down, I feel like that really threw out two completely different thought processes for me personally. Like watching it as somebody who's never seen it before, the first time I watched it, it's like, okay, it's a comet. What does the comics, signify? But then when it gets down there and they get over there, it's a tent. Mm-hmm. Personally, to me, that kind of threw it off a little bit for me. I feel like they should have highlighted to the fact that like there was something a little off about that comet. We see shooting stars all the time.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's just kind of how I feel about that. But
what was your favorite part about it? The smile, Jesus.
So my favorite part overall, Shadow Puppet, and
you did one.
No, I have two. The ice cream montage. With the two Revenge of the Nerd American Pie dudes.
Did it hit home for you or something?
Yes, Revenge of the Nerd is one of the best movies ever.
You was a nerd?
Probably was. 4.0 GPA.
Dang, so just because you smart, that mean you a nerd?
Back then when I was growing up, they called you a nerd if you were smart.
Oh, yeah, about 50 years ago. I forgot. Nick, what was your favorite part?
Yikes, bro. My favorite part of this movie was definitely the guys driving the ice cream truck. Just the one-liners they had, the commentary that they were delivering off of the microphone itself on the truck. I thought that really sold it.
Get your nutty bar.
The Torrenzo brothers, right?
The Torrenzo, I think so. And honestly, if I might have two, that and then the two cops. I feel like the cops really sold the movie. No offense to Debbie and what's his name, the guy,
Little Debbie.
Yeah, no offense to Little Debbie, man, but I feel like the cops really sold this movie.
Debbie was just a chess piece.
And Debbie went toward it.
Yes, she did.
She definitely did. I mean, to an extent. She started it, but then when she wanted to pull away,
she definitely wanted
it was
out.
too late.
Yeah,
She definitely before they went into the tent, she was like, "Yeah, I don't think this is a good idea." But if I'm being the man, I would have been like, "Bro, you made me walk all the way over here.
We gotta go
bring
now.
your love. We finna go on in here now.
We're going in this tent." Jalen, what was your favorite part?
My favorite part was when the clown pulled up on that little bike at the bar. And then the bikers destroyed the bike, and then he takes out those boxing gloves. He's like, so what? You're gonna knock my block off? And that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, he Shorty wanted the smoke.
That's a nod to
and then I was
Jason
like,
Takes Manhattan.
Yeah, I was like, I saw that. I'm like, damn.
That's literally what the black guy said. Right when he knocked his head off.
Damn, son.
Damn.
I don't know, man. It was one of those things. Nah, I'm not texting. I'm looking up some of the reviews.
Oh, okay. I'm like, damn.
He's smiling.
Look, somebody said,
look,
the body count is too high, but the gore is too limited.
That makes no sense.
The body count is too high?
Meaning the kills that happened, yeah.
But I mean, like, technically, there wasn't that many physical kills in the movie anyway.
There weren't. And like, but that's somebody complaining. How do y'all feel about that?
They need to shut the fuck up.
Okay.
I think it's, I mean, I agree, ASAP. I think, like what Yuri was saying, I don't think it's that movie. I don't think this movie is supposed to be like that. I don't think it's supposed to necessarily have a high body count and be gory and shit like that, you know, like that. So I can understand why there isn't that, because it's supposed to be more, from just watching it, I think it's more of a comedy kind of, you know, aspect movie instead of blood and
it's supposed to be goofy.
It's not meant to be scary. And then as far as the body count to gore level, even if it was meant to be horrific, think about it. In 88, how much could they actually do and get away with it?
It wasn't as easy as it is.
Yeah,
like look.
I mean, it does depend. I mean, there are some movies in the 80s that are pretty bloody, but I think it just depends on what the movie is.
Yeah, because those was PG-13.
I think it was.
If it was R, I think they could have gotten away with more stuff. I mean,
it's very realistic if you're using clowns as the killers for one. I mean, to use cotton candy to wrap them up with and shoot popcorn and all those things of that nature, I feel like that was pretty realistic.
I think the 80s was the perfect time for this movie because that was the age of the sci-fi thrillers.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were able to be as creative as possible, and everybody went into it with as much of an open mind as possible to be like, if this clown comes out of here and shoots this person with a laser gun and they swirl up into this cotton candy cocoon, like, that's no big deal. That was just a part of the movie. It's cool.
Right.
That shit would not fly today at all.
No.
That wouldn't fly at all
First
today.
off, who going towards the comet anyway? Just from the very beginning, the movie would never even happen.
Oh, we know who. I ain't gonna say it though.
There's some people that'll go towards it.
Nobody in here.
Right.
I'm not gonna say a certain
demographic.
They're known to be stupid in movies.
But
I mean, if that's the case, the whole movie's stupid. Everything that happened in the movie is completely dumb and not realistic.
You want a fudgy finger to make you better?
As long as I keep my shirt on.
If it's a stick, you're gonna lick. That shit had to be. If it's a stick, you're gonna lick.
What'd you say?
I'm saying from the movie.
What'd you say from the movie? Huh? Stick and lick what? Uh-huh.
Don't even fight everybody, girl. Fight everybody.
I mean, just saying though. Realistically. Okay, so like, look, if they were to remake it, do you think they can make it to where it's more realistic, or
they can?
Yeah,
they can. But
do you think it'll be good though?
They get if they get a good creative team.
Yeah,
it'll be good if Blumhouse doesn't get it. Then it'll be good.
Nick, don't get me started.
I'm just saying. But anyways, I think it would be good if they remade this movie today. But
no legacy sequel, just remake.
In order for them to remake this movie, the comedy has to be dwindled down a lot. Because if people are going to a Killer Klowns from Outer Space remake, nowadays these people are way too critical. The way people judge these movies and things like that, it won't do well if it's too comedic.
Who would your creative team be behind this? As far as writer, producer, and director.
That's a very hard question.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of too many names specifically at the moment, but I think I would go with the writing team behind the new It movies.
Look. And I'm talking. Okay,
that's good.
Look, I'm talking about making it scary though.
Okay, so we talking about the scare factor.
Yes.
So are we talking kills, gore?
Okay, let me backtrack. The horror aspect and a good script.
Okay. Good script-wise, I definitely go with the writing team from the It movies because it's gonna have that clown aspect to it. I feel like if you've never worked on any sort of a scary clown project or anything like that, then it may not necessarily flow that well. So I want them because the experience is gonna be there on the clown standpoint, right? On just the overall, like a good movie type of thing, I would want some of the people that worked on Haunting of the Hill because I think that would be really good and that would also, push the horror vibe behind it.
Okay.
That's who I would grab.
Okay.
It got real intense.
It did. I know who I'm rolling with.
Who you rolling with?
So as far as the actual director, James Wan.
Okay.
Saw, Dead Silence.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. Okay, so this movie is going to be
Gory.
ridiculously gory.
Yes, James Wan's directing it straight out the gate.
Okay.
And as far as the writing team, people gonna be mad at this one. James Gunn.
James Gunn, what was
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, Guardians
1 through 3.
All right.
Really?
So
That man can write.
I didn't say he couldn't, but I mean,
who would you go with?
I don't know.
I would probably say director. I guess probably the new It. I think his name was
Andy Muschietti.
Yeah,
That's it. I could not
from
think
because he did.
Yeah, he wrote and directed.
He did so. I mean, fantastic job of directing those two. I mean, like, and just like the scare factor wise and stuff. And I think for like production, I would say probably the team that did Hell House. I think that would be really good because that movie was really well done. The first one.
You know what?
As far as that scare factor.
I'm gonna let Darnice go, but I need to adjust my answer.
With the no, you can't. I agree. I agree with the It. Like I do agree, especially with the whole clown factor portion. But nobody likes the old Insidious movies anymore. Like that group of people.
Isn't it?
That was Blumhouse.
With James Wan, he did the first
Insidious. You said you didn't want to do it. That's what I'm saying. The old in the very beginning, not the middle.
Blumhouse is fine. I think it depends on what it is though. And for Blumhouse, like some of the most of the movies
Blumhouse is when Blumhouse does originals, perfect.
Some of them are good.
But when they do these IPs,
yeah,
it's hard. They don't
like.
Yeah, I don't
Halloween
know.
2018 was oh my god, it was the perfect. That was the best one since '78.
Yeah.
But then Halloween Kills was meant to have no story. It was just brutal Michael Myers. And then Halloween Ends, they just basically remade Christine and made it a love story too. Yeah, Blumhouse and then Exorcist.
You just struck a nerve.
I think independent. I do agree for Blumhouse on independent films. Like I think that they do good on that. Like Megan, I thought that was really good.
Oh my god!
I thought Megan was a hit. I thought Megan was great, but I don't know what it is about Blumhouse. Blumhouse used to be automatic, like you said. The Insidious movies. Insidious ran the horror genre for a long time.
Fantasy Island.
Yeah, that was good.
But I mean, okay, if we're bringing it back though to the original topic, what clown do you think you can embody the most? Character-wise. Who?
Rudy.
You're not tall enough to be Rudy.
Ooh. Listen, I'm 5'8" brown skin, okay? Inside of y'all.
Play the music.
I think I would embody probably Rudy. I'd probably say Rudy.
Are we referencing
Shorty was a little too
sensitive.
It's like a little pop-off offers for me.
Right. Now, I wouldn't say sensitive because you're talking about me because I'm Shorty. I embody Shorty. I mean, I guess you could call it sensitive. But at the end of the day, you're going to catch these. I am. I will cry, but you ain't going to see it. But you're going to catch these hands. I promise you. And that's Rudy. He stumped on his bike. He was like, dang, that hurt my feelings. But put your dukes up. And what'd he do? Knock that hair right off.
That scene was so wild, man.
That was funny.
That's one of the ones that caught you off guard.
It was that, and it was far enough into the movie to where you weren't expecting that.
It's like, oh, this ain't funny no more.
It's not even gore. It's just his head is off. Yeah. It rolled across the ground. Like, that's crazy.
I got you, Jalen. You gonna be Clownzilla.
Hey, that caught me all the way off.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah, I called it Bowser Clown. It reminded me
of
Bowser.
To be honest, I didn't
Mario and them.
I don't know any of their names, so I really don't know who I'd be. So,
well, here's a good question then. Going back to what Yurdy asked about remaking Killer Klowns from Outer Space and turning this into a good, like, modern age slasher-esque movie, right?
Yeah, no franchise, just one and done.
Yeah, just one and done. How do you, like, okay, we know who we would have, but how are you going to make this scary?
So, just make the clown. First off, you have to make the clowns more ruthless. Yeah. And then you have to make the movie dark in terms of, okay, small town, of course, but make it, of course, it's gonna be modern. So let's just say it's 2024, right? Peevely, Missouri, drug town.
Okay.
Jesus.
So like for real, like the town is real corrupt. The sheriff, the one running the meth and all the other drugs. And then these clowns, they literally want to go to, I'm gonna say each state to harvest, our organs and all the other stuff to put them in the cotton candy because that is the way that they eat. Mm-hmm. That's also the way that they fuel the ship.
Mm-hmm. That's a good take. Because what I feel, once you, like, as you were talking, I was thinking about it, and the way I feel is that, let's think about Jeepers Creepers. Middle of nowhere. Killer Klowns from Outer Space took place in a town, right? Mm-hmm. Like a pretty populated town. Like, not like a New York City populated town, but populated enough. I would want for this to take place in a very small town.
Yeah, because
where it would make sense. It needs to be more eerie.
Yeah, if it was somewhere like Chicago, it would make sense.
Yeah, I don't need that tent landing in Keener Plaza downtown. throw the whole movie away. Trash. It's over.
Yeah, it has to be small.
It needs to be out the middle of nowhere somewhere.
I'm telling you, it has to be a small town, a corrupt town at that. And then there has to be, outside of them wanting to eat to survive, it has to be something else that makes the clowns go to this specific town.
Right.
Like maybe they were there before, I'm going to say 100 years ago.
Right, because you keep in mind they are technically aliens.
So they could be as old as they want to be. But yes, there's something brought them there. Like maybe a piece of the ship that they need to actually get back home is like fossilized or something like that.
That's good. Okay. Mm-hmm. I also feel like I would change the beginning of the movie around from teenagers being stupid in the woods. Do I know what I would change it to? Absolutely not. But I would change that because I feel like I need something else that's going to be a little more heavy. That's going to pull
Founders Day of the city.
Founders Day of the city. Or if there's like an actual circus in town.
That's what I was probably thinking.
That would probably be what would drive it the most.
State Fair.
Or State Fair or something like that.
He said, bro, that's it.
State Fair or like the prom or something. At the only high school in the town.
Prom, high school homecoming, something like that. That's what I think. I think that would really drive it because you can build off of that. You already got all your people in your town are going to be at whatever that said event is. And so if they're already going to be at whatever that said event is, you can just kind of drive it from there.
And then give the clowns a backstory. It doesn't have to be long and drawn out. We don't have to waste 45 minutes on it, but give them a backstory to where at least the modern day viewer can understand, okay, like this is what's going on with them. They've been here before, or, they're really more afraid. It's something.
We we would need something.
Like we have to get invested into these characters. Otherwise, we just throw them away and we don't care if they die.
Right. She's going to lose people. I think I would ramp up the intensity factor and lower down the like eerie factor of it all. If I'm directing this new movie, as soon as it gets intense, it's going to be intense all the way through. Mm-hmm. Horror movies nowadays got a habit for getting really intense for like 5 minutes and then completely losing you for like 20 minutes before it comes back.
Or they over rely on jump scares.
Yeah.
Like I give me like 2, maybe 3 jump scares. The rest of it, get to the blood.
Yeah.
So you want
honestly, this movie would have to be heavy on the kills and like moderate on the jump scares.
I want it to be as dark as Scream 6 in terms of how menacing the clowns are.
Okay.
Because Ghostface in this and Scream 6 was okay.
Definitely. But also, not only that, but like, I would just make sure that the kills are, thought outside of the box too.
Yep.
Like,
only give us like 2 off-screen kills.
It needs to be a little different, Like that's, like you said, Scream 6 had some kills in it that were definitely like, you didn't expect them to think of that.
Like the ladder scene.
Especially the ladder scene, the convenience store. Both of those. Like, both of those scenes, you didn't think of that.
I feel like if they of course, keep it as gory as possible, but like I said, give us at least 2 off-screen kills, but they have to be clever. Like I want to hear bones crunching or something.
That's terrifying.
I don't want it. I don't want it to just be, oh, they died off screen and then you see the aftermath. No, I want to actually hear it while it's off screen. I want to see the shadow.
He wants it to be like Art the Clown.
Yeah, clearly.
I was about to say, like,
clearly,
you really got to take some inspiration from Terrifier if you're gonna do it. That is a clown movie that is.
Look, maybe they could remake it.
They
Damien Leone.
Yeah.
If you watching this,
that would be crazy.
A24.
Shout out to you.
Nah, not A24 because there's more like thrillers.
No, this would be way more blood and gore.
I
need dark, like real dark carnival-esque music. I would use a whole lot. A lot of my scenes would be filmed at night. There wouldn't be a whole lot of daylight in this movie. Like I said, as soon as I bring it in, it's there and it's going all the way through.
Look, I want the faces to be real simple too. Like, so simple to the point that it's actually scary to look at them.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I had to change it, I'd probably change their whole appearance in general because I know it was set in the 80s, but to me, like, just seeing those clowns, those aren't scary, just, like, looking at them.
Right,
I think they're more funny. So I'm changing their makeup. I'm making them look more... I'm changing their costumes to make it look more scary. I'm making the clowns look like how Bill Skarsgård, Pennywise, looked in the new It because he's actually terrifying. That like the blood running down his eyes, the buck teeth, and then just like those, and so that's a lot more terrifying than how these clowns are dressed. So,
yes, I mean, don't you? So for it was a little bit different because to us from the outside looking in, it was terrifying, but clearly not terrifying enough for the young naive kid to walk up to him and have a whole conversation.
Well, yeah.
So as
until he ate your face.
Yeah.
But at that point it's too late.
If I see him, I'm not.
That's just the melanin,
Well, actually,
your skin. But
look, what if modern day they actually look like people?
What do you mean by that?
Like they actually like humans with clown paint on. Because think about it, the clowns in a circus are people.
True. Sonic.
Yeah.
Because
that would work.
That would be the perfect disguise.
And then what, they just gonna go behind the curtain and just rip out of the body?
No. Look. So like every kill we get a little bit more of their true alien form.
Mm.
And then by the time we get to, I'm gonna say like the last maybe 20-ish minutes is when they shed that human mask and you see the
what?
Shit.
I think that would work because that would also push the like the sinister vibe of the movie because it don't get no more real than that. These aren't clowns from outer space at this point no more. These people that live in your town with makeup on, come to kill you.
Because think about it, if we
Did you take some inspiration from The Purge? Because that gave me like some Purge vibes.
Because think about it, if we saw those actual clowns right now in 2023, nobody's gonna go nowhere near them, and they can't accomplish their mission.
That's why I was hitting back towards the whole making them scary point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They
look goofy. They don't even look scary. That's why I said I would change their whole appearance and their costumes first. Like to make him more terrifying.
I'm telling you. I swear, think about it like, all right, so go to Turbish, right? It's a portrait of a clown. He's something to bum, but he's got like a little shadowed out beard and everything. Make him look. I'm telling you, make him look like that. Make him like
just
real.
The more human, like the more humanized you can do it. You saying like that's
yeah, because it'll in like a realistic setting, it'll make people let their guard down.
I kind of feel like I would keep the costumes. I get what you're saying about the costumes, but I would definitely keep the costumes, but go a lot more dirt on the costumes. Not enough to where it's like you're the culprit. You did it, like no doubt about it, but enough to push that thought process. And then on top of that, I just make the makeup just a little more sinister in whatever kind of way I can do that.
Thin lines, like how Pennywise.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Like thin lines, but keep the hair vibrant.
How his makeup was, because the new one, especially his Pennywise is so much more terrifying. I mean, just that's so scary.
Because it's so simple.
Yeah, and it's just like the actor wise too. He's so scary. It's like
then give him little funky hairstyles and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, like it's the more simplistic you can be with it, I feel like that'll just drive it even more.
And then like give them all different identities to match with the climate of the world we live in. Like like you might have one that's a trans clown. You might have one that's a gay clown. You might have. I'm telling you, y'all. Because look,
I mean, hey,
look. It probably sounds. It probably sounds goofy. It probably sounds goofy now, but you gotta think about it. If they don't put any of that in the movie, somebody's gonna complain about it.
But that goes with the other people in the movie, though. The clown itself don't have to be, but that's what your character could be.
You crazy here?
That's what the characters of the other people could be. I mean, not necessarily the clown itself, but I mean, dang, how would you put that? Like,
okay,
don't get canceled. Please don't get canceled.
Never mind. Don't answer.
Yes,
I want to hear.
He said, "Okay,
we can
go like this
after we can talk about it." Yeah.
Okay, so all they gotta do is just brush over it, like 5 seconds in the conversation.
In the conversation,
like, all right, how can I say this?
So maybe like the clown, instead of him killing a person,
stop it. No, stop it.
Well, I was saying instead of him. So say hypothetically, if it's Nick.
No, why I gotta be the example?
Because he's shaking his head and he's no, I'm serious though. I'm serious though. Because if it's Nick, right, and if I'm the clown, the guy clown, but instead of me like really killing him, I would favor him more of a stalky type of thing. Like I would have a fetish. I'm clearly killing everybody else, but I have this fetish for Nick.
Uncle Ray Ray's got a game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Uncle Ray Ray. And then Nick be like, "Oh, I have a game for you too."
Oh no, Nick.
With that being said, who would y'all's main characters be in this? Because you said it's the people of the town, so who would your main characters be?
Okay.
So. Jesus.
Shut the fuck up. So we gonna keep the same character names.
Okay.
Those the Torenzo brothers. Nah, cause I really like Lil Debbie. But yeah, okay, we gonna change names. So we're gonna go with Big James.
Okay.
Big James.
So we making this sound like we're making this more realistic.
Yes. Yes. It's gonna be a small town in Missouri. There's gonna be some music there.
Oh my God.
So we got Big James. We gonna keep Lil Debbie. I really like Lil Debbie. The butthole officer. What we gonna call him? We gonna call him Rich.
I'm dead. These names are hitting a little too home for me. I can't with you.
Yeah, we gonna call the butthole officer Rich. We gonna call the cool officer Dan.
I'm dead. It's getting worse and worse at the moment. What is wrong?
The two ice cream bros.
These are actual people.
Luna and Space Clown.
Space Clown.
Yeah, he's naming actual people. It's just crazy.
No, these are fictional characters, y'all.
No, this is actual.
These are fictional characters.
Clown. His name can't be Space Clown. Yeah, you don't even know the boy's name.
I never knew his name. I just knew him as Space Clown.
I didn't either. I mean, I said hell, and he was in my. I just called him.
I just knew he was Space Clown. Yeah. That was it.
I don't.
Yeah.
Man, Jalen is hilarious, man.
He was in your scene, bro.
Yeah, but still, I mean, he annoyed me. I don't talk.
But wait, y'all just brought something to my mind. Where do y'all sit on the fear of clowns?
I'm not afraid of clowns.
I'm not afraid of clowns. I'm a juggalo.
I'm not afraid. I mean, I like clown. Like, I mean, like, I'm not afraid of clowns, but like, I like being a clown, like what I do and stuff. I love that the whole clown aspect. But I'm not afraid of clowns.
2 years ago, you probably would have got me really good, but since I became a clown, I'm not super scared.
Until one run up on you.
Yeah. There's that part there.
I feel like it really depends on how it's portrayed and whatever it is.
I mean, I will say like now Pennywise is, I think, scary. I mean, like, well, Bill Skarsgård Pennywise is scary to me. I think that's scary.
Sure, he definitely is. If I saw that, like if I just woke up at 3 a.m. and saw that looking at me,
I mean, hell no, yeah.
I mean, if anything was looking at you at 3 a.m.
No, that in particular.
Especially
you wake up,
especially
you see
him,
this thing smiling really wild, like you finna bite your face off,
and the sinister
over your bed.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
with those the glowing eyes too.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, overall, no, clowns is.
I'm not
that scared of
it's
clowns.
Definitely I'm not afraid of clowns, but there's definitely something eerie about it. Because if you really like go back and research like the fear of clowns, it's people scared of the most positive clowns you could find at like a kid birthday party or like
Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, like the most positive of clowns are terrifying to some people. And I don't know if it's the smile, I don't know if it's the overly like positive energy or anything like that, but then when you go with a scary clown, that just makes it 10 times worse for a person. And then on top of that, because we are a horror movie / haunted house topic based podcast, when you go through certain haunted houses, depending on the section, the way those clowns are, anything like that, I feel like it can either really make it or break it, like that fear for you. I have to be completely honest. I haven't been through a haunted house yet that like the clowns just had me ready to be out the door.
That's because you're embodied as a clown, though.
Yeah, it is.
So I mean, from our point of view, it's a little bit different.
But I'm just saying, like, I'm not one of those haunters that goes to another haunted house to
shit on them,
be hard, to bash on them.
If
you get scared me, great. You know what I'm saying?
Have fun while I'm here.
But like the haunted house we went to over the weekend had clowns in the queue. And that was great. And they brought it. It was great. It was awesome. But like they didn't have any in the hunt. And that's fine. They chose not to.
But the dude that was on the walker sliding, bro.
Hard.
Yeah, he was
hard. Like, I don't even know how to slide. I can't slide. My body ain't built for that.
On a walker.
Yes, I'm talking about he was then he'd start running here. Then he'd do a trick with the walker.
Slid with the walker. Like, you know the gloves.
But that was
on his walker
gloves.
too.
It
was
that
sick.
was probably cool.
It was cool. His name was Elderberry.
Elderberry and Noodles the Clown. Shout out to Noodles, man. Noodles at Wicked World.
And then it was Noodles, and then Lilith was the girl.
Oh, okay, Lilith was the girl. All right. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just, it depends. If I'm opening a haunted house, my clown section is not, it's going to be very dark. It's not going to have a whole lot. I envision a very dark hallway, a lot of dark reds, dark purples, maybe some light blue, polka dots on the wall, blood coming from the ceiling, fog, banging sound system. Give me 2 clowns in that hallway. That's all I need.
My haunted house not going to have clowns.
Why not? You got to kind of capitalize on clowns in the haunted house, bro.
The reason why I say it's not is because
I feel like haunts are starting to move away from it a little bit.
Yeah, because
the darkness. I heard a rumor that they were moving away from that too, though.
I think they are moving away from it.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, it's not clowns is not played out or anything, but some people are like, okay, I'm tired of this.
Somebody's ringing Yerdy's phone.
Oh my goodness!
A lot of people are tired of clowns. I'm not, but I'm just looking at it from a customer's perspective. Okay, like, how many times we get the same question?
Do y'all have clowns?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you. I think I like haunted houses that have clowns in them. And to me personally, since I am a clown, I like it.
I think it's great. I just feel like it depends on the way it's delivered.
Yeah,
and that's with literally anything in a haunted house.
Yeah. So like,
but especially clowns.
I mean, I feel like if you shake it up, like what Nick just said, instead of it being so bright and, you know, all these different colors, make it dark, make it gooey. I mean, I think in the haunted house, that's a different perspective that we don't get because everybody haunted house with clowns is so bright.
Mm-hmm.
You're tired of seeing all of that.
If you really think about it, remember when we went to Fright Fest? Probably like 4 or 5 years ago now, but we went out there to Fright Fest. Look. We went to Fright Fest. We went through one of their haunted houses. It was a slaughterhouse. Started with a cornfield.
Oh, man, look.
We went inside, butcher shop all the way through, right? Pigs, whatever, right? We go in, let's say the 5th room, right? Still a butcher shop, still pigs everywhere, people with pig masks on, whatever. And then this 5th room looks like a Skittles bag. It was just like everything was neon. I was like, what happened? Like it was flowing, and then we walked in this room, and I was just like,
the pig threw up.
Look, that's what happened when you like, okay, we got 2 weeks to open. What ideas y'all got?
What we do? Throw it in the pot. Put it in there.
Who got the best ideas? What we rolling with?
It was just it came out of nowhere, and I was just like,
yeah, it was just like, yeah.
I feel like the 3D reign in the haunt world is coming to an end. I feel like a lot of houses are moving on from that.
Yeah.
Keep your clowns just, I think, go dark.
Yep.
Go dark.
Do something purge related.
Elaborate on that. What would you do?
Okay, so look, think TerraVision, for example. It's been chopped in half, 2-3 times now because of the gift shop. He already has like city pipes and all this other dark stuff on the walls, right? Mm-hmm. He doesn't have to call it the purge, but he can still incorporate the 3D aspect.
Okay.
He can have 1 or 2 clowns in there, but the rest is like purge style masks or makeup.
I feel like you could definitely keep the 3D, like you said, and this is with any haunted house, not just the one that we're at, but like keep the 3D aspect, but just like build on it a little more, change it up a little bit. You gotta be different. Like every haunted house in the country, not every haunted house in the country, but a lot of haunted houses are doing the 3D clown section now. Clowns at Fright Fest that aren't even like in an actual haunted house, and I've seen it on YouTube at multiple Six Flags parks are out there with neon paint on and stuff. Like it blew up and took over the haunt world, but now I just feel like it's time to go dark.
Okay, what's next?
Yeah.
Like you always have to be able to elevate on your ideas. Like we always try to elevate our characters every season.
Right. With whatever it may be, whatever new like little trinket or whatever it may be, try to elevate. So I feel like that's something that's got to happen. So I think the clown phobia is definitely a real thing. It's definitely something you see at haunted houses. It's the main thing people ask you about. If you got clowns, not buying a ticket.
Right.
I tell people, we ain't got clowns. The whole time, Yerdy and Jalen standing right there. No, we don't have clowns, please.
I'm up there making noises and shit.
They're like, he's a clown right there. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, it's just me standing right here. I go, as long as I can get them to buy that ticket. And then when they buy that ticket, oh yeah, we got 2 clowns right
I'll just put this on.
You already did they buy tickets yet? I don't know, Mike.
Right, I don't know. Did they?
Right. It's like when they called me on the parking lot, I was chasing the 20.
Man, dude. But yeah, that's how I feel about that. I know Darniche, you were open and will admit that like you get scared pretty easily.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Would clowns be the main fear for you if you're a customer going into a haunted house? You've never worked in a haunted house before.
No. Not at all. I mean,
until you see it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it just depends on that energy level of whatever it is that we're in. I mean, but for me, not necessarily. I mean, it just depends, to be honest. Like, the clowns, I think you should always keep the clowns. I mean, I don't think that's ever really going to die out. But just change the aspect of it, like you said, make it darker.
Yeah.
Just to give it a little tweak, because, I mean, everybody's always scared of clowns. You see a clown in the middle of the street while you're driving, more likely to just probably run it over. But you going to stop? You going to go around it?
I don't want to kill it, bro.
Why not? What you doing in the middle of the street?
Just drive.
Why you just standing there in the middle of the street?
Go the other way.
Oh, so I'm finna U-turn and go back.
You probably gonna do that in real life.
Out of there.
Maybe. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Think about all
there you go. You just do it.
Think
or
about
just
all those little teenagers that come to the darkness. They don't see us at first, but as soon as they see all three of us walking,
they go
what they do?
Yeah, they go the other way.
Exactly.
And the craziest thing about that is that y'all stand out.
Yeah.
Y'all's clown costumes,
suit.
Y'all's clown costumes
my mask
stand
especially.
out. Like everybody is wearing all their regular clothes, whatever. Everybody can see y'all. I noticed this season so far that people will be right next to me and have no idea that I was standing right there.
They
because
see me in jail and they like, nope.
I'm just wearing overalls and an apron. People, it's like that's like normal stuff that people wear for the most part. Like not.
I mean, again, though, I mean, I guess that's just the typical mindset. Because again, you're looking for the clowns. You go to a haunted house, you know, like, okay, they got clowns.
Right.
I'm not going to the house to be like, okay, they got a rat there.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me stay away from the rat.
Oh,
that's what
they'd be like, oh,
No.
No, it'd be so funny when Nick was wearing the pig mask. They see that pig mask. They be like,
It's a pig.
Because it's unique. It's different. I mean, like, of course, you're going to have the butcher guy. But to have the butcher be the pig
the thing
itself.
about it, like, Nick ain't no little dude, though. Like, Nick ain't no toothpick. They be like,
I'm not.
Nick is a bigger guy. I know I'm a bigger guy, but Nick is a bigger guy. So they be like,
why the pig fit so good for him.
They be like,
he embodied his character.
I definitely.
I'm telling you, it's like,
and I'm not done with it. I can just breathe in this mask that I got right now. That's the
that's the only reason.
I really be out there dying to get a crowd a show, and like now I can get a crowd a show and not die. It's nice. But I just use my size, my walk.
Exactly.
My literal mindset when I'm outside the haunted house is to walk with a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Walk like I got somewhere to be.
And
if I'm walking like I got somewhere to be, these people like you don't even have to say excuse me to nobody because the crowd just moves out the way when you walk past them.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that terrorized people when they see Nick coming. They're like, oop, nope, I don't want no parts of that.
It's either a really, really big guy or it's going to be a midget. Is going to scare the crap out of people. If you anything in between and you walking regular, I'm gonna just look at you like, what is you?
Height is another thing, though.
This what I'm saying. Big as or as tall or like wide.
I have people come say to me, "Man, damn, you tall." Be like,
that's why Tiny should have came back.
Shout out.
He was tall. He used to tell me all the time, "I'm gonna get a leash, and I'm gonna have you walk around with this."
I wish we would have been able to do that for real. That would have been so dope. So dope.
Right, they see Big Giant. They're like, his name Tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Dude 6'8".
That's why it fit.
It's all about the mind trip.
They see this big giant clown with this long hair.
Yeah, it's all about the mind trip.
All you hear him, yeah.
Dang, you did his laugh perfectly.
Man.
Just gotta get
I'll be out there just walking.
Shout out to Jig Bames, Tiny the clown, but he's actually 6'8".
James
right.
Buchanan. Get him on the hot.
I'm telling you, bro, I'll be out there chilling, man.
It really, I mean, Yurdy, I feel like when I stand there on that ledge and like watch y'all work the lines, I feel like Yurdy, you are consistently moving. You don't really stop a lot. Like you just cycle.
I just be trying to get through.
Yeah, you cycle and just kind of cycle the lines, and as you go through, like you'll kick something off or whatever. The other night, I had started to saw up, and I just hit the line and went all the way through it. And by the time I got to the end, all the barricades had been knocked over. And people were like, keep chasing them. Look at them, they gone. I'm like, dude, I can't breathe.
I just realized
Dying.
And then I'm running up.
You made the point of the time frame passing with clowns, and it's time to kind of switch it up. But every time you leave the clown, you always somehow end up right back in it.
I know.
So I mean, how are you gonna
so look.
drop this?
So I have the dog character now.
A who?
It's a doll.
Oh my. Mm-hmm.
So I gave him a backstory and everything.
Who is it? He?
What's his name?
L. Snuggles. Okay, so look, long story short, he's a doll that's been in orphanages, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the last kid that had him operated on him like Sid from Toy Story.
Okay.
And so he mangled his face up and everything. And at that point, he decided everybody had to die because he was treated so bad that all he wanted to do was put good in this world.
Okay.
Yeah, so he wears a white jumpsuit with like lollipops and teddy bears stuck to it and all that. But the thing is, the candy has all been bitten off of. And his parents are Miguel, a.k.a. Mike, and Jenny Lynn, a.k.a. Jen.
I like the backstory.
Because those are the parents of the last little boy that had him, Cam, a.k.a. Creeper.
Mm.
And they just think Cam is the most innocent child ever. He's doing all this dirt behind their back.
Okay. We'll see how long you know.
I think that's a solid backstory, honestly.
It is solid. We'll
Yeah,
see.
only reason I didn't continue wearing the mask is because when I wear that Green Lantern onesie, yeah.
I think you just needed to stress it a little more, but it was
it
was a trial run. Like
yeah,
you
it
were
was a
trying
trial
to do
run.
first
So.
Okay. I got you. We'll
Yeah,
see.
so, cause like I've been trying to get away from clowns since
Forever.
You've been trying to get away for a minute.
literally forever.
Yeah.
And like you said, I always end up back being a clown. Like they said, it's just you already. It's the way my mannerisms, the way I banter back and forth with
Your
people.
laughs.
It is hard to because to get away from it, because like I like it so much too. I
See?
mean, it's
That's what
just
I'm
it's
saying.
hard to like.
But also, I was a clown before Terrorvisions was ever constructed.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah.
And
I
you
feel
gotta
like
build your character based
my
on-
character is just built on aggression, to be honest. I be hurting
Aggression.
myself out there. I run into a lot of things on purpose while I'm out there to scare people. I noticed that last weekend.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I was on
I
the
did
ground a
that too.
lot.
I come back
So
on
you
Sunday,
been on the
all the
ground and
barricades
shit.
get knocked over.
On purpose, though. Like, the trash can right there by the door, I ran into that on purpose just to get a scare and hit my head on that little mailbox. I got the scare, though. I mean, people fell up the stairs going into the hunt and everything. It was great.
God.
Wish somebody would have
Hey,
recorded
I
it.
made this.
100%.
I made this one girl hit her head on the barricade too. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
She. All you hear is
Smack.
She, on the barricade, right in front of her before she's getting ready to go in. Her friend's like, "Are you good?" She's like, "No, I got a big ass lump on my head."
Man, I just wish Kayla was there to see us knock the barricades over. Ooh, she was
That was so mean.
Well, now they zip tied the barricades together because they got tired of us.
But that's just gonna make it worse, ain't it?
man. Look,
It's
I
harder
fall.
for them to fall now.
Yeah.
Cause look, I
okay.
show I be like trying to direct them to the barricades. I be chasing them. Just go that way for me.
Why would you want somebody to hurt themselves like that?
See, I don't want to hurt themselves, but man,
I mean, but
look.
You just want that scare because
If
you
they
know it's
do,
on
that's on
camera.
them.
You got to know out there
Yes.
you're on camera 100%.
fall.
And the thing is, you know, as soon as somebody runs to the barricades or somebody knocked over, everybody gonna say, "Oh!"
Yeah. And when they do that, that means you got the crowd.
They gonna,
You got the
they
crowd.
gonna
They
film
like,
it
you
too.
killed that gang, you ate gang. You know how little kids be talking.
Oh, yeah. It's either like, you killed that gang, let me get a picture, or, man, you so ugly. It's just like, all right.
And once we start joning back,
Yeah.
man, you can't talk to me like that. Shut your
Well, time is running down. Just to give the Icon Nation a little bit of a recap of what we've been up to. Everyone, please welcome Darnice Pashon as our new panelist to the Toxic Icon podcast. We just went to Scarefest weekend in Lexington, Kentucky this past Friday.
And I died.
He already died meeting his idol. It was so nice to meet so many people within the horror community. Y'all showed us nothing but love. Shout out to Wicked World Haunted House. We got to meet their lead actors and actresses and their management team. They showed us nothing but love and hospitality. We appreciate you all, and we definitely will be back to suit up next time. We won't be customers next time. We'll be suiting up.
You hear me.
And Days of the Dead Atlanta HorrorCon, that is next on our list.
We there January.
Definitely come catch us on the floor.
Yes. This was good, y'all. Once again, I am Yurdy G.
Nick White.
Jalen Talley.
Donise Pushon.
And please, for more and better content, subscribe on Patreon, YouTube, follow all socials, and as always, stay toxic.